Welcome back to the night vlog of Jeremy the Entrepreneur, bringing you another night vlog. So this would be the second one compared to my first one that I did make. This is a little longer of a video, so we're going to cover a lot of different subjects such as Puerto Rico without power, New Year's plans, drones over New Jersey. Why is that happening? Obesity epidemic in the United States of America, and iPhone addiction. Now, these night vlogs are like, as I would say, it's like a freestyle. So you know how Eminem had a freestyle of when he made songs that became famous. Originally, it was determined it was like a freestyle. So it's like a freestyle verse. So we're just spitting beats. We're just spitting awesome content here, right? But right now, I'm gonna go into my New Year's plans to start this off. But also, I want to go into detail of Puerto Rico is currently without power. They're having a rolling blackout. Not sure why they're having a rolling blackout right now. So on New Year's Eve, Puerto Rico has no power. Like no one can even you go outside and it's pitch darkness out. It's like nothing. Like you can't see nothing outside. I mean, maybe that's a little fun, but to the point of insanity, maybe it's fun that there's no power out, so you can run around outside in the dark. That's the fun, right? You run around in the nighttime, and that's all you can do. That's all you know. That's literally all you can do if you have no power. Yeah, I mean, you could still probably maybe see the fireworks, but how are they going to shoot fireworks in the air if there's no electricity or no power? Like, how are you going to have running water or make food or anything like that? You know, it like that's what's happening on New Year's right now. Now, I do have my resolution of New Year's, which is pretty beast. When I say Mr. Beast, so I have a 10-year plan with YouTube. This is my first, let's say this is going to be my first year. And my goal is, I would say 40 to 80,000 subscribers. That's the goal of of like the advertising and stuff like that, of where like I'm gonna probably end up. But my 10 years from now, I hope to surpass hundreds of millions of subscribers. We'll see. I think my content's really entertaining. I think there's a lot of value. I think I can make really unique content. The thing with the content on YouTube, there's so many things to explore. Like people are doing the same thing over and over again, but they're forgetting like life is about experimenting. Life's about trying new things. The more things you try out in the life, the more you experience, the more stuff that happens in your favor in life. Like the more stuff you test out, the more results you get. That's pretty typical of anything you do in life. Just like asking a woman out, maybe she'll say no, maybe she'll call the police, and maybe she'll say yes. Like you don't know. But the calling the police thing is, I don't condone that, but I'm saying don't be too creepy with the response. Asking a woman out. If she says no, she says no, guys. But I mean, besides the plans of that, there's my Mr. Beast plans for 1 year out and 10 years out. So when we look back in this video, at this night vlog, it'll be like, this is some pretty cool content, Jeremy. And maybe it is, maybe it's not. I mean, some stuff. The thing is, I don't trust the news that much, especially when there's drones the size of cars flying over New York, New Jersey. And some of these drones, I feel like they're like package drones or like something that Amazon would use in the future. But who knows? The thing is, if we don't know what it is, we can't identify it. We see the thing is they used to call them UFOs. Now they call them UAPs. Not sure what the difference is. It's about the same thing, right? So like the thing is you don't know what they are. And the thing is about the UFO UAPs, these things we don't know. Some people are talking about like shooting them out of the sky. I'm like, you guys can shoot with a sniper rifle, and I don't know how far a sniper rifle goes, but these things you're not taking down easily. You're not taking down these drone things easily. Either they're the size of cars. How are you going to take down a drone with a sniper rifle, dude? Or I mean, shooting with a pistol even. The thing is, it's funny. Social media is hilarious because we all like you shooting a pistol or sniper rifle. There's no way it's gonna the distance. You're never gonna hit it. It's gonna land in someone's house and they're gonna call the police. That's what's gonna happen. It might be a funny social media bit, but it's really not. It's really not because it's actually gonna hurt someone. So the thing with the drones, UAPs, a lot of these things are Bugazi, who cares about some of these things? If it doesn't affect your life, then why does it matter? If you think about it, if a UFO doesn't affect my life, why does it matter? Especially if it flies over me pretty fast in different directions. Like, what's the point to it? What's the point about worrying about shit we can't control? Like if a volcano is erupting or UFOs flying over our head or the Puerto Rico without power, like how is that affecting my life? I mean, I may be affecting your life by telling you this that Puerto Rico doesn't have power right now, but I'm just saying the news. I'm just saying what's actually happening, and we should all know what's going on in the world because there's too much shit going on that we don't know about that we do need to know about because it's important. If it's important, we need to know about it. I mean, at least that's what I think. If something's going on in the world, we need to know what's going on. Like no doubt about it. Now, strikes are actually happening all around the world, especially at Amazon and Starbucks. So Amazon, Starbucks, they're protesting the wages. So they're protesting $15 an hour, which is nor here or there whether that's enough money. I think $15 an hour is pretty low. Like how are you going to pay your bills off $15 an hour? It's like chump change. I know a woman is like six figures, six abs, six money, six-figure income, 6 feet tall height of a man that they want. But the thing is, that's not reality, guys. It's not like real. When they say blue eyes, 6 feet, six-figure income, um, all this stuff, and none of this stuff's actually real. When they tell you this, it's just, I mean, you could think about it a little bit, but it's like this impossible list of imaginable things that they want from us. So if a woman wants all these things, and the normal guy only makes $50,000 a year, maybe if they're lucky, and they want $100,000 a year, they're basically alienating 90% of the population, pretty much, which is not fair. So, as a woman, right? They may have more choices, but like a man may seem more desperate. So desperate choices versus desperate to find love. So, I mean, the thing, you're never going to have a perfect life. You're never going to, especially with love, or there's always going to be people pissed off. Like the Amazon strikes, people strike 15, $20 an hour. All the Starbucks people that go on strike. There's always going to be people pissed off in life. And what you can do is just watch these people and you can, protest, you can speak your mind, and maybe things will change. Maybe they won't change. Seems like Amazon doesn't want to change maybe a little bit. Maybe they do. I have no idea because I'm not associated with Amazon at all. But talking about Amazon, I think that people shouldn't get hurt in the warehouses. I think that I'm kind of pretty strong about that. Like safety first of things flying, moving boxes. Because like safety to me is the most important thing. So if you're in the Amazon warehouse and stuff is falling off and about to hit someone on the head or seriously injure someone or to the point of falling into the hospital, that's a serious issue. We gotta challenge them about, like, hey, this is not fair. There's boxes that can fall out of the thing and hit someone over the head, and they're gonna pass out and go to the hospital. Like that's not fair. So we need a fair working environment, fair wages, and a fair life. That's what I want. I mean, that's what I want for everyone, especially myself. You know. Now, if you haven't requested Cameo from me, the link is in the bio below. If you request a Cameo, I can message you or video response to you every single day. I respond. So make sure you send, like I said, link is in the bio. Now, the things like I was talking about, these strikes. I mean, people could strike anywhere. People can strike at Dave and Buster's. People could strike at Red Robin. It's like, what are you really striking for? Or Red Lobster. People didn't like the endless shrimp, or they took advantage of it. Whatever the fuck happened. People go on strike because they want something. They're pissed off. And the CEOs need to acknowledge this and do something about it. And it's the answer is not to pretend like it doesn't exist. The more they pretend like it doesn't exist, the worse it gets. So the more people that protest, or the more people that are more pissed off at you, especially when it's going fucking viral on social media. The last thing you want to do is constantly say it doesn't exist, doesn't matter. We'll just replace you like a robot. We'll replace you. That's what they say, but do they actually mean that? Like they replace us? They replace us easily for free almost, because a robot. If you think about it, robot can work 24/7. We can't work 24/7. So if a robot's working 24/7, what do you think is going to happen to our job? We're going to get eliminated. And especially the person that's protesting is definitely going to get eliminated pretty fast. But the thing, I mean, even if they replace us with robots and all that stuff, I mean, that's a far distance future that I feel like is getting closer and closer. The closer that future comes to us, the worse it's going to get. So the shittier pay we get, it's just going to keep going on and keep going on, because the thing is, the rental prices will keep going up where our wages just stay flatlined out. If you think about it, it's like a system that you can't win at. So it's as if you can't win in this game. So imagine if you're playing a video game, like I was just playing Zombies, the Call of Duty Zombies Black Ops 6. So imagine you playing Zombies in Terminus Island, and there's endless zombies, and then at the end, you perish at the very end of the story. So if you know you're gonna perish, if that's the ultimate destination, like you can fight the most fight you can, but the end destination is always you perish. I mean, that's the destination where the wages are going. I think the government needs to step in at some point in time, which I think they will. Once robots take all of our jobs, the government's going to step in, just give us stimulus checks constantly. Maybe, I don't know what's going to actually happen, but that's just it could happen. I mean, the government hides a lot of stuff from us, like the UFOs and the spaceships and all this stuff, and they hide stuff so much, and you can't trust them. You can't trust the government, especially when they say stuff's a weather balloon when it's not. Like, how you supposed to trust these people? I mean, apparently there's UFOs and all this stuff like hidden in a like bunker somewhere where there's actual live spaceships. They reverse engineer, make these spaceships real, so they can steal the technology from the aliens and stuff like that. You know, imagine like our government is stealing technology from aliens, but at the same time they're saying aliens don't exist. Now that's bullshit, dude. And it's bullshit that they lie to us, and I don't appreciate it. The more people that lie to me, the more pissed off I get. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, especially when like McDonald's and Burger King, and all these people like to say, "Oh, we're not everything is hunky-dory." You know, I mean, the processed foods, the stuff we eat, that's why there's an epidemic of obesity in the United States, is because the fast food places sell food that are filled with like calories that destroy us. And we keep getting destroyed day after day, not just by the food we eat, but the lack of exercise, the lack of love, the boss that's constantly wants to fire us. You know, stuff like that. It's like constant. We're getting constantly attacked every fucking second of the day. And then you want to breathe a second. You're like, I just want to breathe. You know, I just want to breathe fresh air, dude. That like that at the end, it's just like that. And I mean, the thing that gets me the most is the constant lying, the constant fake hopes. Like just try hard enough, maybe you'll make it. Maybe you'll make it in life if you try hard enough. What happens if I try hard enough? I get nowhere. Just like a lot of the millennials nowadays, they're trying really hard and they're getting absolutely nowhere in life. Is it their fault that they were born into society that they have to live with the repercussions of the boomer generation? And the new generation that's coming out now, I don't know if you guys know, but it's called Generation Beta after Generation Alpha. Now, Generation Alpha, especially in the working environment, even though I'm unemployed, in the working environment, these people play on their phones all day long. These kids are on their phone every second of the day. And you wonder what's going to happen to these kids when, like, are they going to play on their phones like half their life? I mean, that's the real question that you got to ask yourself. Like, or these kids are being fucking brainwashed by social media that they cannot have a life outside of their phone, that they can't interact with people, and it causes all these issues. Just so, like, I think there was a statistic like 50% of women are going to be single by 2030. If that's the reality, what do you think is going to happen in 2040 and 2050? We're going to eventually, the population is going to eventually go to zero because no one wants to have kids at all. That's what's going to happen. The population is going to go to fucking zero, and that's how it's going to all end. I mean, and we're going to blame social media. We're going to blame social media for all these issues that are actually happening. Let me drink a thing of water real fast, guys. I'm gonna put this down for a second so I can drink some water. See, the thing is, you gotta stay hydrated in life, you know. Let me drink this. I know I was just talking about UFO and aliens and all this crazy shit, and the government hiding stuff, which I don't like at all. But in the meantime, it's important to have water breaks, you know, especially when I'm making YouTube videos, because now I can go all in of what I was talking about. So let's say the government is hiding these UFOs in garages across the United States, and they're reverse engineering all this technology, like such as anti-gravity devices and all this stuff, and force fields. All this stuff is going to become real in the future. Flying cars and all this stuff, just like in the movies. But the thing is, the government likes to hide stuff. I don't like being lied to, especially from my bosses at work. Like, they like to lie. Like, the bosses like to lie to look good to their boss so they can keep getting money. It's just not fair, dude. It's just like life has to be fair. Like, life has to be customized. Like, we're not living to work. We're not fucking living to work 40 hours a week just to work in hell. Not have fun at all. Like, we need to bring fun to the work environment, because if we have all this technology and stuff and we can pay better wages, why can't we have like ping pong tables in the work environment, you know? Why can't we just have fun for once? Or like arcade games, or like, stuff that's a little fun than playing on our phones, because playing on our phones, it's just like, it's a living nightmare. You're living in a false reality, and social media is extremely toxic. So I recommend like turning off your phone a little bit. What I've been doing is turning off my phone a couple times a day, like for 4 hours a day or so, or what you can do is keep the phone away from you in like a briefcase. Like, oh my god, in a briefcase. That's what I do. I keep my phone away from me so I don't have to touch it or anything like that. But getting back to my New Year's resolution and stuff like that, I mean, life is long, guys. Remember that. Life is long. So if we're making New Year's resolutions and goals, we can accomplish them. You know, if my goal is to become better at work, or my goal is to find a job, because I've been unemployed for so long. I've been unemployed for, I think, 2 months or so, like that, or 3 months. It's hard to keep track, you know. When you're unemployed, time flies by. So time just like flies past you, and you try to catch up with time. But the thing with time is we eventually run out of time. That's the thing. You run out of time, And at the end of the day, once we run out of it, we don't have any more time left. So, like, right after this, I'm going to Wawa to buy bananas. And when I'm in my shared living situation right now, these people ate my bananas, which is fucking annoying, dude. So I like my breakfast was bananas. They stole the bananas and ate them all. Like I'm like, thanks a lot. Like that's the perfect analogy of life is people stealing the bananas away from you and fucking like you buy the bananas, right? You're gonna have a great dish, right? I mean, you're gonna eat banana for breakfast the next day, and then get this: someone's gonna steal the fucking bananas away from you and just eat them all. Like that's a perfect analogy for life, and it's bullshit that we gotta deal with this stuff on a daily basis. I mean, all this stuff that goes on in life. Oh my god, life is annoying sometimes. Life is annoying, life is really annoying, and life gets more annoying as you keep going. That's my little song to you guys. Because I mean the annoying part of life is facing these obstacles that are almost impossible to get over. The more obstacles you have in life, the harder it is to get over them. So these obstacles are going to be in your way, and just like Olympic swimmer or a athlete, you got to jump over the barrier. So one obstacle in life can be like you don't have a car, right? So an obstacle to get over that is to buy a car. But how are you going to buy a car when you don't make any money, or all your money goes to Uber? How possibly can you succeed in this environment like that? I mean, it's not like in the 1900s where a car was like $300 or something like that. Now cars are like minimum $4,000 for a used car that's a piece of shit, pretty much. Or you finance a car and get into endless debt and car payments and all this stuff. And the car payments are the thing that really gets you. The car payments are the things that like destroy people. People have $1,000 car payments and can't even afford the basic living at all because their car payments are so high, it's so outrageous. It's just like I said before, you're attacked on every fucking angle in life, and you never get a chance to breathe. Dude, the second you gasp for air, shit happens. Just like today, where um, Puerto Rico is without power for an entire day and don't know when the power's coming back on. So, like these situations that happen to you, you just have to deal with them. These situations like the drones flying right in New Jersey, all this stuff that we can't control, or like the UFOs and shit flying around. Just none of this shit we can control, right? It's not like we're gonna take them down somehow. So we gotta think about solutions to our life that we can figure out and make into the life that we want to live. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and request a cameo. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thanks.